In the quaint town of Willow Creek, nestled in the rolling hills of New England, life moved at a leisurely pace. The residents were close-knit, and everyone knew each other. Sarah Mitchell, a local schoolteacher, had always felt safe in her idyllic hometown, but her sense of security began to erode one crisp autumn evening when she found a strange note on her car windshield. "I see you." At first, Sarah dismissed it as a harmless prank. She showed the note to her best friend, Emily, over coffee the next morning. "It's probably just some kids messing around," Emily said, trying to reassure her. But the unease lingered. A week later, another note appeared on Sarah's doorstep. "You looked beautiful in your blue dress today." She hadn't worn a blue dress in weeks, and the note sent a chill down her spine. She reported the incident to the local police, but without any concrete evidence or a suspect, there was little they could do. They advised her to be cautious and report any further incidents. The notes continued, becoming increasingly personal and invasive. "Your life is enchanting," one read. "I know where you go every Thursday," said another. Sarah changed her routines, installed extra locks on her doors, and even considered moving. But the stalker seemed always to know her every move. One night, Sarah returned home from a late night at school to find her front door ajar. Her heart raced as she cautiously entered, her hand clutching her phone, ready to dial 911. The house was dark, and an eerie silence filled the air. She flicked on the lights and found a single red rose lying on her kitchen table, next to a note, "I'm closer than you think." Terrified, Sarah called the police, who arrived within minutes. They searched the house thoroughly but found no sign of an intruder. "We'll increase patrols in the area," the officer promised. But Sarah's sense of safety was shattered. Determined to take control, Sarah hired a private investigator named Mike Carson. Mike was a retired detective with a reputation for solving the unsolvable. He installed surveillance cameras around Sarah's home and began tracking her stalker's digital footprint. Days turned into weeks, and the tension grew unbearable. Mike discovered that the stalker had been using sophisticated methods to avoid detection. The notes were printed on paper bought in bulk from an online retailer, and the messages were sent from burner phones. One evening, as Mike and Sarah reviewed the latest surveillance footage, they spotted a figure lurking outside her house. The person wore a hooded jacket and moved with a calculated, almost predatory grace. Mike noted the time and decided to stake out the area the following night. Hidden in the shadows, Mike watched as the hooded figure approached Sarah's house once more. This time, he was ready. As the figure reached for the door, Mike sprang into action, tackling the stalker to the ground. The hood fell back, revealing the face of someone Sarah never expected, her neighbor, James. James had always been friendly and unassuming, often offering to help with yard work or lending a hand with household repairs. Sarah was shocked as the police took him away. Under interrogation, James confessed to his obsession with Sarah, which had grown over the years into something dark and dangerous. With James behind bars, Sarah's life slowly returned to normal. The town of Willow Creek was shaken, but its residents rallied around Sarah, offering support and comfort. Though the ordeal had left her scarred, Sarah emerged stronger and more vigilant. She knew the importance of trusting her instincts and valuing her safety above all else. In the aftermath, Sarah and Mike became close friends, their bond forged in the crucible of fear and resilience. Together, they worked to raise awareness about stalking and the importance of community vigilance, ensuring that no one else in Willow Creek would ever feel alone and afraid.